What is going on, guys? Happy Thanksgiving and welcome to Nick's Picks Week 13 of the NFL season. I am joined as always by Ben and Slower for the recap portion of this. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everybody is going to have a wonderful and great Thanksgiving with family, friends, whatever you end up doing. But we got some football to go through today, and this is an earlier post, obviously, because the games start today at noon. So get ready for some football, and let's get into, first of all, the recap of last week, week 12 of the NFL season. And it started with Thursday night, the Texans going up against the Bills, and the Texans managing to win this one 23-19 over Buffalo. Buffalo just didn't look good. They couldn't get the offense going for the entirety of the game, and when it finally woke up, it was just a little too late.
I wanted to officially say I'm on the Bills hate train as of right now. For 5 years, they have not had Brady. The Patriots sucked. The Jets sucked. The Dolphins did not do anything good, and they have accomplished nothing. They deserve a lot more criticism than what everyone has been giving them.
They definitely deserve a lot more criticism than they've gotten, for sure, because it's been high expectations year after year after year. Granted, they ran into the Chiefs every year. It's kind of the same thing with Peyton Manning running into Tom Brady every year, but Peyton Manning managed to win too. So
I was gonna say one thing about the Texans. If their offense can ever get going like it was when CJ Stroud's rookie year, this would probably be, I won't say like the best team, but they would be one of the top teams in the AFC, because that defense is very, very underrated.
Moving into the Sunday games, the Giants blow another lead to the Detroit Lions. This time it is 34-27. They lose this one in overtime. I'd honestly them rather lose, but look good doing it because helps the draft pick, but at least the young guys on this team are still continuing to look good. And Jameis Winston now has more receiving touchdowns than Jalen Hyatt this season. So
that's
hell yeah,
kind of wild. I remember watching that play.
That was an insane play. We were live.
That was a wild play. I like that.
But they fired Shane Bowen.
But
Shane Bowen has been fired. So
two down, one to go.
Honestly, the OC, I mean, it was Mike Kafka. I don't care if Mike Kafka gets fired or doesn't get fired, whatever happens to him after this season. He's not going to stay the head coach, but I don't really care what happens to Mike Kafka. Joe Shane is the only other one that I'd really want out of there, and I think they've made it clear he's not.
Would you be okay if if they
kept Kafka as the head coach? Not really. I'd rather them just get somebody else completely. Another overtime game. The Chiefs managed to come back in this one. They didn't look good at the beginning of this game, but they managed to shut down the Colts run game, and that's literally all you have to do to beat the Colts. They go back to win this one 23-20, and yeah, like I said, all you got to do, stop Jonathan Taylor. Daniel Jones himself is not going to win big football games. That's just how it is. We've said that from the start.
This feels like the Titans with Derrick Henry.
The Bears go on to beat the Steelers 31-28. This was kind of a prove it win for the Bears, and they did kind of prove it, but the Steelers are in that second half of the season that they always seem to be in. So still not sold on Chicago, but they still managed to win this game, still lead the AFC or NFC North. Not really much else to say about that, I guess. The Patriots go on to beat the Bengals 26-20. Not much to say about this one. Patriots remain the top team in the AFC, and they play the Giants next, so it just gets easier. The Ravens go on to beat the Jets 23-10. Cool. I mean, the Ravens are now on top. The Ravens have come back. They're on top of the AFC North now. The Ravens got very bailed out by a bad bad division, because
yeah,
I mean, there was no reason the way they started the season with how good the AFC is normally, like as a whole, there's no reason the Ravens should be in a secure playoff spot right now, but they are. The Seahawks go on to beat the Titans. Not a super convincing one. The Titans actually looked okay somewhat in this game. They lost, but hey, Cam Ward finally starting to look okay. Packers go on to beat the Vikings 23-6. Congratulations, Slower. You beat up on a shitty Minnesota team.
Damn right. And I do have a hot take for this one. That's for damn sure. JJ McCarthy will go down as the worst quarterback the NFL has ever had, past Jamarcus Russell. He has worse stats than Jamarcus Russell, believe it or not.
McCarthy didn't have hype, though.
No,
I will say, I can't remember what Nick's exact take was, but I know both him and I were in agreement that McCarthy was the worst quarterback in that draft class.
I knew I did not want the Giants to draft McCarthy. I knew that was the one quarterback I was like, no.
I really genuinely did not think McCarthy, he was on a run-dominant team. in Michigan.
Yeah.
He didn't prove it in college. In my personal opinion, he's not going to prove it in the NFL.
The Jaguars go on to beat the Cardinals 27-24 in overtime, and this game is only exciting because it was 3 points for me. I got a score prediction correct. Let's go.
It took 6 fucking years, but you did it.
I have had score predictions correct, Ben. This is not my first one. I've told you this like 8 times. I caught up 3 more points on you on that one, and then 2 more points here because the Browns go on to beat the Raiders 24-10. And I swear to God, Shadur Sanders acted like he won the fucking Super Bowl. Bro, you beat the Raiders.
It's an NFL team, but it's an NFL team with an asterisk.
I just watched Syracuse lose to Notre Dame 70-7. I think Syracuse could beat the Raiders. All right, so let's calm down a little bit.
Myles Garrett, as of right now, is 18 sacks. By the end of the season, he's gonna have 30 plus.
30 plus. I knew he was creeping up. Michael Strahan already said, "Well, I guess my record's broken." I will say, I do think Myles Garrett.
One game,
I do think Myles Garrett breaks the record this season. 30 is a bit egregious, but I think he breaks the record.
What's the record again?
22 and a half. The Falcons go on to beat the Saints 24-10. Congratulations again. That's like the Browns beating the Raiders. So
I'm so happy. Bijan did great. Our defense did great. It was the Saints. I got nothing.
Probably the upset of the week. The Cowboys go on to beat the Eagles down 21-0 at one point in this game. Come back to win it 24-21. Just more proof that the Eagles offense is not good. The Cowboys offense can be good when they wake up. Really think that the combination of Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni is going to be the downfall of this Eagles team at some point in the playoffs.
I guess this is a question for both of you. I feel like I know where both of you will go this. Which of the two, between Hurts and Sirianni, which do you, if you're like the Eagles, which do you move on from first?
Sirianni.
The offensive coordinator.
Well,
because
yeah.
it's not Sirianni that's calling the plays.
It's not exactly the exact play that they're calling. It's the situational football that they're playing. Like going for it on 4th downs that they don't need to be going for. Or, the stupid penalty or just the undisciplinedness of this team, it almost feels like. The Rams kicked the shit out of Tampa Bay and hurt Baker in the process. Not sure the extent of the injury. He's questionable at the moment, but I mean, they kicked the Rams, in my opinion, the best team in the NFL.
Getting disagreement out of me.
I definitely agree with that.
Disagreement out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, my hot take is pretty simple. I guess the Rams are able to lose this year.
Yeah, I think it comes down to Matt Stafford because they'll have a close game at some point here. So I'm sure there's going to be a time where Matt Stafford's going to have to drive them downfield and win a game or something like that. So,
but I mean, when you got
and I trust him. I trust him to do it. So,
well, yeah, he hasn't proven anything wrong yet. Yeah, and he's got 2 elite receivers. He's got an elite run game. He's got a solid O-line. His defense keeps him in positions to win games. I'm not disagreeing. I do think the Rams are the best team.
And lastly, on Monday night, the 49ers go on to beat the Carolina Panthers 20-9. I think the funniest thing that I want to point out about this game is in my fantasy league, well, in Ben's you're in that league too. There was a team that was down by 2 points and all they had left to play was Bryce Young. And they ended up going back to win, but mid 3rd quarter, he was still losing. He was only down 2 points at the beginning of the game. So,
I now have the context now. Okay, yeah. I appreciate that. I did not understand the context
of the group message. Yeah. The 49ers go on to win this one, and Slower would like to talk about said 49ers.
I'm not going to bring up Mac Jones versus Brock Purdy. I'm actually going to bring up NFL contracts. And I know your guys' take about the whole, the NFL needs to make quarterback contracts like its own thing, but they're not going to do it. Let's just be honest here. So let's just talk about it. At some point, the NFL owners need to come together and say that they need to stop giving these quarterbacks $50 million plus a year just because it's like it's their time. Brock Purdy played like shit. Bryce Young is not going to get $50 million plus. CJ Stroud might not get that. He shouldn't get it. He doesn't deserve it. So at what point do we say these quarterbacks do not live up to the hype? Tua hasn't. I would even say Jordan Love hasn't. I would say Brock Purdy hasn't.
Daniel Jones.
They deserve these contracts.
All right, so I don't know how much you guys actually like know about baseball or ins and outs of baseball or whatever, but in baseball, the Players Association pretty much runs everything. And that's why a lot of contracts that you see, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, Ohtani, are like 400, 500, 600, 700 million dollar contracts that are
Fully
spread out
guaranteed.
over 10 years or something like that with a lot of guaranteed money. It's because the players run the league. Next season, there is probably going to be a lockout. And at some point, projected to be next season, the owners are locking out and it's essentially going to turn into hockey. I don't know if you guys know about hockey, but how hockey ended up getting a salary cap is the owners just decided that they were paying too much money. Sport wasn't making enough money to be able to pay it to the players. So the owners just straight up locked the players out and said, until you accept less money, we're just going to not have hockey. That's essentially what's going to happen with baseball in the next couple of years. That is going to happen to football before they do anything about it. I guarantee it. They will never actually do anything about it until it's too late. So you're going to have an NFL lockout that will be caused by quarterback contracts, essentially. That'll happen before anything else happens. And then how they decide to come out of the lockout will be obviously whatever compromise they can come to. But I mean, I guess you can call that a conspiracy, but I think history has kind of shown that that's probably how it's going to play out. So,
I mean, the NBA had one, like you said, NHL had one. Like, this has happened in pro sports. We're not like, and I think actually this happened in NFL even before, like in like it was like the 80s or whatever it was. So it has.
So the real
before in
question
other
I think would be
sports and
how.
the NFL.
Yeah, so the real question would be how long until this happens. And I think at least for the NFL, with how much money they're making, we're a good couple years, maybe even a decade away from that happening. But that rounded out week 12, and with the challenge pick and the score prediction, I caught up 5 points on Ben. So it is now 127 to 122, only a 5-point lead for Ben going into week 13. But before we get into these predictions, we say goodbye to Slower. Slower, is there anything you want to say to these people on Thanksgiving before they go eat their food?
I don't know if it's a wax and give us moon or not, but I hope it is, because the Lions always suck during that in Thanksgiving.
He's not superstitious. He's just a little superstitious.
I'm just a little slower.
A little slower. Oh, that's so good. So good.
Thank you, gentlemen. Say bye to 9. He will show up never because he's in concussion protocol. And bye.
Peace out. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, dude.
All right, now that Slower is out of here, we are ready to get into our picks. Don't forget to drop your picks down below and maybe even your reactions for week 12. And remember that every comment that you put down below is an entry into the giveaway for the mystery Japanese Pokemon slab that I'll talk about a little bit in the end of the episode. But for now, let's get into these week 13 predictions. Boom, they're up on the screen right now for you guys to take a look at. We got 3 Thanksgiving Day games, a Friday game, a whole bunch of Sunday games, and then the Monday night game that we are going to start with. It is the Giants going up against the Patriots this week. It is my game, and again, the Giants have no shot. At least they made that Lions game entertaining. We've said it from the start. We kept saying, put Jameis in. At least it'll be entertaining. We probably still won't win, but at least it's entertaining. And by God, that is probably the most right we have ever been about any of our takes.
Have you seen his I mean, he obviously has famous ones. Did you see the one for the Lions game? His pregame speech?
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. He's such a great, and he wants to be there. He wants to actually like mentor Jackson Dart and stuff like that.
Where do I want to go? And
He's 100% better be our backup next season. That's all I gotta say.
I will also say this: whenever Jameis retires, he needs to go, and I'm not saying he needs to be in entertainment. Like he needs to either be like an analyst or.
I'm not saying Jameis Winston belongs in the Hall of Fame, but like, can we make a spot for him? Can we make a spot for him somehow? Your game, not a whole lot more entertaining. The Falcons are going up against the Jets. This is a 1:00 game on Sunday, so can we just move on? I mean, there's really nothing.
We have a game on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Now we're going to actually start talking about some Thanksgiving Day games. Our game of the week is actually the second game you are going to watch today on Thanksgiving. It is the Chiefs going up against the Cowboys. We had a couple of options for this one, but we figured what better than to have 2 Thanksgiving Day games in our main games to talk about. And the Raven Bengals was never making the cut. Let's be real. Burrow was healthy. It would have, but
different.
Yeah. Ben actually decided to do a coin flip. So our actual challenge game, Ben actually had to change that one because we agreed on every game again this week. So Ben had to change a game and he flipped a coin.
Heads. I'm gonna switch the Packers Lions. Tails, I'm gonna switch Cowboys and Chiefs.
Heads, Packers,
Packers,
Lions.
Lions.
That was the most uncoordinated coin flip of all time.
It's a giant ass.
Ended up landing on Lions Packers, so we made this one the game of the week. Ben really does think that the Cowboys can win this game. I do think that the Cowboys can win this game.
We're not picking the Cowboys to win this game.
Yeah, it's so like I know the Chiefs are only 6-5, and I know it's been a down year for them, but for some reason it is still so hard to pick against them, and it's like the same Tom Brady effect.
They could be winless ending into this game, and I'd still be like, they could probably win.
Yeah. Moving into the challenge game, it is the Packers going up against the Lions. We both originally had the Packers in this one, but like I said, we agreed on all the games, and Ben being the one in the lead, forced to change, had to switch to the Lions in this one after the coin flip. And I mean, it could happen. Let's be real. If Jahmyr Gibbs has half of the game that he had against the Giants, they should easily win this game. But the Packers have been playing somewhat well lately. The Lions, on the other hand, their offense has been a little bit shaky outside of Jahmyr Gibbs. So I don't really know. Their defense at the same time, too. I mean, Jameis Winston had a field day with their secondary. It's tough, but...
You know what the Lions remind me of? I feel like you're going to understand when I say this. They remind me of, like, J.R. Smith. Like, a very streaky player. Like, J.R. Smith could go for like 40 fucking points and be like the best player on the court. And then the next game, he'll like do absolute dog shit. That's the Lions. Like, they could put up 60 points easily. They could also give up 60 points easily. Like, they are too streaky for me to like have confidence in. I know I'm picking them. I do think they have a chance to win, mainly because they are home.
All right, rounding out the rest of your Week 13 slate, the last Thanksgiving Day game, the night game, the Ravens going up against the Bengals. We both have the Ravens in this one. Joe Burrow might be coming back somewhat soon, but at this point, it's probably not worth it.
I would just sit him.
The Friday game was also a contender for our game of the week, but to be honest, the Eagles are a much better team than the Bears. It's just the Bears have had a really easy schedule, so they're 7-3 at the moment. I think this is where we all kind of wake up on the Bears. If the Bears win this one, I think we all have to kind of change our opinion at least a little bit. But
I'll say depending on how they win. If it's like a convincing win, then but it depends on how they win.
Moving into the Sunday games, the 49ers going up against the Browns. Not much to talk about there. I'm going to skip over quite a few of these here because a lot of them are kind of easier matchups. Jaguars going up against the Titans. The Colts going up against the Texans. Dolphins and Saints is probably the shitter of the week. The Rams going up against the Panthers should be an easier one. Bucks Cardinals is interesting because we're not 100% sure if Baker Mayfield is okay, if he's playing in this game. And the Cardinals are one of those teams that could show up or they don't. So with or without Baker, I think the Bucks can win this one. But without Baker, it's going to be a lot tougher. The Seahawks going up against the Vikings. Seahawks have been one of the quieter good teams in the league this year, so should have easy work with the struggling Vikings right now. The Chargers can beat the high school football team Raiders. The Bills need a bounce back win, and the Steelers suck in the second half of the season, so hopefully this will be a good bounce back win for the Bills. And then the Sunday night game, the Broncos going up against the Commies. This just has not been the Commies year at all, and it absolutely has been the Broncos. So advantage Broncos in that one. And then obviously, the Monday night game was the Giants Patriots. So that is week 13. And hopefully should be an interesting one. I can only really catch up by 2 points here unless I get another score prediction correct. But I mean, hey, it happened once, it can happen again. And I just want to point out, as far as comebacks go, in our fantasy league, I was 0-7 just 5 mere weeks ago. I am now currently 5-7 and just 2 wins away from making the playoffs. I am on a 5-game winning streak, and we are turning this franchise around, baby. So I'm coming back and everything. Can't have a comeback without a good setback, all right? Well, that is it for Nick's Picks week 13. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a very happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy it with some family, friends, loved ones, however you want to do it. Just make sure you enjoy your day off from work, because that's really what Thanksgiving is all about for me.
Not me. I still gotta work, but I get extra pay, so that's the only positive.
All right, we'll catch you guys in week 14. Have a great one. Peace. And yes, Ben,
It's time!
It's pack time, and I actually have one over here, so hang on a second. First of all, how do we like the lights back there? The little light show going on.
I was gonna say, it was kind of fucking up my eyes for a little bit in the middle of the recording. I like blink a couple of times, like, okay, never mind, I'm good. Oh, what's the pack? I didn't even see what the pack was.
Hang on, I'm getting there, fuckface. So, as you guys know, we say this every video. We open a Japanese pack at the end of every Knicks Picks, or well, the beginning or end of every video that is on the channel. So, in Knicks Picks, we do it at the end. Today, we have a new one. I want to say this is Stellar Miracle, but I'm only 90% sure of that. Stellar Miracle, we're getting off the Night Wanderer for at least an episode. I still have a couple of those left, but I needed a little break from Night Wanderer. And I'm actually also just getting back from Collecticon in New Jersey and picked up a bunch of cards there. I've sorted out my binder, Amber's binder and all that. And I have a Blooming Waters video coming out soon. And you guys are not going to believe what happened in that episode. I'm just going to say that. You will not believe what that episode will entail.
I can't even spoil it for them because I don't even know.
Yeah, we won't even tell Ben.
I wasn't there.
Ben was not there. Ben was invited, by the way, but was not there. All right, so our Stellar Miracle pack, we get a bug. Yeah, sure. It's a bug. We have a Hoot Hoot, Flabby, I think. That's something.
Oh no, it's not that, but it's something. I forgot the name.
Vika Volt, and we got clapped on Stellar Miracle at the end. Not even a hollow. But what can they get if they subscribe and comment, Ben?
I was gonna say something so wrong. They're gonna get a. They're gonna get a. They're gonna get a
dick up the ass. What?
CG was it CGC 10 Japanese Pokemon Slab? Yeah, he says it every time, and I always forget it. Oh, and you're Abomasnow, because you like to add that you have. I also pulled a Mega.
And an Abomasnow. Yeah.
I got another 3-pack blister, and I got another Abomasnow. So I'm catching up to you in Abomasnows.
My brother bought 2 packs of Phantasmal and pulled the ultra rare Charizard. Yeah.
Well, you know what that means. Inferno X. So, if I pull some heat here, we shall see.
Some bonus content for y'all. Oh, we got a tool.
Necklace.
A Pokemon tool, yep.
Oh, well, that's Liz's card. So
that's
Yamper.
Yamper, okay. A Charmander,
oh.
Hey.
Hey. Zigzagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zigzagoon.
Zigzagoon and a Sneasel.
Damn.
Clapped. All right, well.
Clappity clap clap.
Get in the comments. Get in the comments. Subscribe. Drop a like in the video if you enjoyed. And we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. I already said that. No, this is your turn. Say it.
Bye, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.